What's up guys, as you can probably tell, my logo and intro has been changed. Now the logo has actually been designed by my brother, which actually looks really nice, and that's why I had to change it from the one I made previously to the new design. And I'll keep the link in the description if you want to check out his channel. He has like a gaming channel and he does all of these kind of montages and cinematics, kind of all of in that category. Now moving on to this video, I'm going to be talking about the activation lock on iOS 8. So previously on iOS 7, you might have seen already, I actually made a video on bypassing the activation lock. Now it wasn't a full bypass, it was just to get from the activation lock to the home screen. However, you could not do anything on the home screen. It was sort of a pre-bypass, you can call it that, as it's not a complete bypass where you can make calls, take pictures. All it does was allowing you to get onto the home screen. Now on that video, a lot of people liked it and a lot of people disliked it, and the reason why I think people disliked it is because they got the wrong view of the video. Now in that video I actually mentioned that it was only for educational purposes, and it was just to show that how Apple's activation lock can be bypassed and there is flaws in it. So that the reason for the video was to show, basically to get the message back to Apple, to show them that there is an activation lock and they'll need to patch it all up. Now iOS 8 is actually slightly different. However, it's different in a way where activation lock is actually more secure. The reason for this is because Apple have actually taken all the flaws out of iOS 7 and actually patched all of them into iOS 8. So that means the people that did actually get to bypass the iOS 7, it's not going to happen in iOS 8. I mean, the chances are really unlikely. So if you are waiting on a bypass for it, I wouldn't wait on it. I'll just rather get another phone or just stick without a phone. Now, although you think that iOS is very secure, and to this day and age Apple should have patched every single flaw that there is. I mean, there's been so many different versions of iOS, and now we are on iOS 8. Lock screen should be one of the most secure things on iOS, because if you can get past the lock screen, you can basically access all the information on the device. Now I'm actually going to make a video, which is most probably going to be the next video, and I'll actually be showing you how to bypass the iOS 8 lock screen, meaning if you have got Touch ID active, which is a touchscreen fingerprint scanner if you didn't know already, or if you have got the passcode active, you can actually bypass it and access vital key information. I mean, iOS really, well, not iOS, Apple really need to fix up, because this day and age you shouldn't be able to bypass the lock screen. I mean, that's one of the main things of iOS. So as you probably know, there are quite a few videos out there which actually are showing that on iOS 8 you can basically, what I've done in iOS 7, the pre-bypass, there was actually ways of doing it in iOS 8 as well, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Really and truly, you're just doing it to make yourself happy inside of your heart that, yeah, you've gone a stage up. But really and truly, all you're doing is getting from the activation lock to the home screen, which you can't do nothing on the home screen anyway, because the minute you press the home button or select an application, you go straight back to the activation lock, which doesn't really make any sense. Now, there are actually two sides of this kind of discussion, debate sort of activation lock. The reason because is some people genuinely buy the phone like off eBay, or if you're in America, Craigslist, well, Craigslist all over the world, Gumtree, whatever it is, and they tend to get the phone and then it's working, but then when they try to restore it, they find out that the iCloud activation was still active on the phone, so therefore they'll need the Apple ID and password to get rid of it. But there's some people, I'll say some, it's a minority, that actually have stolen phones or dodgy phones which they have got hold of, maybe phones that they've found as well, that have got the activation lock. Now if you've got the activation lock from a found phone or something, there's no point, there's no way you're going to get through it. So really and truly, you can just throw that phone in a bin because it's no use. However, if you genuinely bought your phone and it's got activation lock, the first thing I would do is try contact the seller, the person you bought it off, and hopefully they will be able to help you out, giving you the Apple ID, or they don't even need to give you that. All they have to do is actually log on to iCloud themselves, and then actually just they would remove the phone straight from there, because you can do it through the air. So it's not that hard to remove the activation lock. iCloud activation has really become a sticky situation, but I mean, it's not really that bad, because most people, I'll say about 90% of the people won't have a problem with this, because they would buy their phone like straight from Apple or get it on contract, meaning they'll get it straight from a provider like EE, O2, Vodafone, whatever it is. They really won't have a problem with this because most likely they'll keep their phone. And now these days people actually know that before they sell their phone they should remove the iCloud. And if you are going to buy a second-hand phone, just be sure to ask the seller that have you removed the iCloud. If not, just tell them politely if you can remove the iCloud, and then that will be sorted for you. So that's about it for this video. I mean, it was a really short video. It was just a sort of discussion on iOS 8 activation lock. I mean, really and truly, if you came to this video to see how to bypass it, it's not possible. And don't even bother searching for it. You're gonna get videos, you're gonna get fake videos that are saying that they can do it, but they can't. Trust me, they can't. And yeah, so that's about it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you do want to see the iOS 7 bypass which I done, or the pre-bypass, then be sure to check that out as well on my channel. And I will be hopefully making another video, which I said previously, about bypassing the iOS 8 lock screen. Now this video you'll probably find interesting because you can actually try it out on your own devices. I've tried it on my iPhone and I've tried it on my iPad, so it's actually working on all iOS devices. And yeah, so that video is obviously going to be for Apple to make sure they can patch this, because although having a fingerprint scanner and you can just bypass it just through different ways, I don't think it's any use really. So yeah, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to share my channel, leave a comment down below, rate this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.